Drivers, start your engines!
The command's been given to fire the engines for this final round of the NNSCRA International Race of Champions, and we will determine who will be the season 14, or not, we'll determine here who will be the IROC champions this season. As we're set to go here, the lineup here today is determined by points from the reversal way, which means the last place guy in the points starts from the pole in this race here today, and the points leader starts from dead last in this race here. So, which is why Sean Hanley, who's last in the points, starts from the pole. In second place, qualifier Charles SANDFER on the outside in a red car. Was the man next to last in points. The points leader Levi McIntyre in the gold car starts from last place. The green flag race. We are underway in the final round in the International Race of Champions. Out in front goes Sean Henley. In the second goes the yellow car, Trent Dunham. Henley driving the powder blue car here today. In silver, we have been 3 for 3 in race winners here in the first 3 rounds at Daytona, Talladega, and Michigan. If you remember, at Daytona was Levi McIntyre who won the race. The second round at Talladega was Jessica Shelton. And in the third round at Michigan, it was Seth Cole who won. Charles SANDFER runs in third position. In the fourth now goes the dark green car of Chris Dodd as the field comes out of turn number 4. And Sean Henley will lead the first lap. The field now begins to get single file now as they come out of turn number 4. First lap at 154.237 miles per hour for Sean Henley. Now the field starts to get side by side. The Aqua car, Jessica Shelton, the Talladega winner, alongside with Anthony McCurry in the silver car. And now inside of him goes Jordan Davis in the purple machine, being pushed by Seth Cole in the orange car. Levi McIntyre running in 11th position in the gold car, and in last place in the dark blue car is Michael Norman. McIntyre, remember, as we said, won at Daytona. Sean Henley, Trent Dunham, and Seth Cole will have our in-car cameras for today's race here at Michigan, or here at Indianapolis. Where are we? All three of them carrying the roof cam. Seth Cole has the cockpit cam, and Sean Henley has the rear bumper cam. On board, Seth Cole's car for the roof cam, running in 10th position. See how fast these cars go in the draft here in Indy. 169 miles, 170 miles per hour. 175, 79, 80, 81, 181 miles per hour to turn number 3. 40 laps of distance here today on this 2.5-mile rectangle-shaped oval as Seth Cole tries to go inside of Jessica Shelton, who's caught up on the high side there. Jordan Davis alongside of her. That's Davis in the purple car, Shelton in the aqua car. Ignore the drivers' names on the side of those cars again. Michael Norman hooking up with Seth Cole as they go down to turn number 2. Up front it is still Sean Henley out in front in this race here. Second position is now Chris Dodd. Connor Morgan in the lime green car going to third position. Connor Morgan representing the Walmart Cup Series as the Season 10 champion. Chris Dodd was representing Hershey's Cup. Sean Henley representing the series he runs, the Amp Energy Cup Series, which he still runs today. Trent Dunham in the yellow car representing his NNSCRA series that he ran, the Caterpillar ARCA Series. As he goes inside now of Connor Morgan for position. It's Dunham in the yellow car, Connor in the lime green car. And running in fifth position in a red car representing the Castrol GTX Cup Series. That's Charles Sandfer, the season 15 champ of that series. As he goes inside of Connor now for position. Anthony McCurry representing his series, the Oreo Truck Series, which he's now running in sixth position. McCurry in the silver car, right there, all over the back of Charles Sandfer's car. Roof cam from Trent Dunham's car. And into turn number 1 at 181 miles per hour goes Dunham. As Charles Sandfer dives inside of him now McCurry will try to follow Charles as well. Rounding through turn number 2, 5 laps in the books, averaging 157.05 miles per hour. These cars topping almost 160 a lap. The fastest lap right now by the second place driver, Chris Dodd, at 158.88. He rides second now in the dark green car. He is here as he's now losing ground to Sean Henley for the moment, though. Henley stretching out to a half a second lead now. Trent Dunham in the sixth position. He's in a yellow car, as Charles Sandfer in the red car and the lime green car, Connor Morgan, have pulled away. They're third and fourth. They're third and fourth right now. Dunham actually runs fifth. Look how close those two are right there. Connor Morgan and Charles Sandfer. Now Anthony McCurry goes underneath Trent Dunham for position. That's for fifth position. McCurry's got the help from the aqua car, Jessica Shelton, as she goes inside of Jordan Davis in the purple car as they go down through the turn. Brandon Gonzalez is right behind in the cream colored machine. And now they're 3 wide. Dunham up in the high side. Apparently got kicked to the high side by Anthony McCurry. And these last 8 cars in the field, they're just almost nose to tail right there. Levi McIntyre trying not to lose the draft. And now Gonzalez goes up underneath Dunham for position. Dunham still up on the high side here of the racetrack. These cars, 12 identically prepared, 1999 Pontiac Firebirds. Gonzalez takes 8th. Dunham drops to 9th. Michael Norman up to the 10th position. He was currently third in points coming into this race here at Indy. And in the back of the pack is the top 2 of the points. Seth Cole in second place. In the points coming in, Levi McIntyre was the point leader in the gold car. And as of right now, as far as this IROC series is concerned, this is the only season I'm going to be doing this here until maybe, and I don't know if I'll do this when, or if God willing, we go 10 years in the NNSCRA. We might do a 10-year IROC deal. But the front 2 of Sean Henley and Chris Dodd has checked out from the field. They have tandem drafted away from the pack of cars here. Connor Morgan leading this pack in third spot. Fourth position is the silver car, Anthony McCurry. Jordan Davis to the inside of Charles Sandford. Sandford in the red car up on the high side. Off corner number 4 they come, completing another lap. This is the best racing on the track right now. Sanford on the high side in the red car. Jessica Shelton in the aqua car going down in the inside lane. Falls back in behind Charles Sanford. That's Brandon Gonzalez and Seth Cole shoving him. Trent Dunham, watch him go backwards in that yellow car. Now from Seth Cole's view, looking from the back at Brandon Gonzalez. He's got the cockpit view as well. 183 miles an hour into turn number 1. Has to back up the throttle just a little bit there, trying to gain his way through the field, by the way. And by the way, from second to third place right now here in Indy, almost 3 seconds from second to third, 2.5 seconds to be exact. Like I said, the leaders of Sean Henley and Chris Dodd, they have checked out from the field. Off corner number 4 they come. And Seth slapped that time by 157.696 miles per hour. 12 laps in the books and still 28 laps left to decide this season in IROC. Seth Cole trying to make his way up through the field here. Brandon Gonzalez right up ahead of him. 2x2 battling going on right there. Charles Sanford and Anthony McCurry. There's Sanford in the red car, McCurry in the silver car, and the purple car, Jordan Davis, battling with the lime green machine of Connor Morgan. As they go off into turn number 3 rather. Morgan slips to the high side now. Jessica Shelton goes up underneath him in the aqua colored machine. She's got Brandon Gonzalez helping her. Meantime, Sean Henley is showing the way here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As I said, he and Connor Morgan are just absolutely dominating this race right now here. Maybe these guys can keep in line, however, though they may close right back up to the front pack of cars here. But like I said, they are over 3 seconds back right now, 3.5 seconds now. But they just want it. But sometimes these guys just want to have the tendency to make the move whenever they can, though. As I said, all this battling they're doing right now is all well and good, though. But you do stand to lose momentum, as now going inside lane goes Chris Dodd inside of Sean Henley for the lead. Dodd, according to that scoring ticker, led the last time by just a smidgen here. He led by only 5 thousandths of a second over Sean Henley. Backstretch, Henley tries to pull back ahead. This could be good news for the the pack of cars that's trying to catch up to those front two cars, because then like I said, you battle side by side, that will slow you down. Now Henley pulls back ahead of Dodd. Dodd was the second leader of the day, but Henley pulls back ahead and still dominating this race. I apologize for how boring this race has been too, by the way, here at Indy. Dodd going to the inside again, and he'll take the number 1 spot from Sean Henley. Henley having to back out the throttle just a little bit, though he was a little slower that lap. Charles SANDFER running in 3rd spot. Jordan Davis running in 4th. 5th is still McCurry. 6th is Shelton. 7th is Trent Dunham, getting the push from Seth Cole. Riding on board with Seth Cole. And we have second in points coming into this race here. Trent Dunham was in 10th place in the points coming into this race. And Indy, that's why he started 3rd in that yellow machine. Seth trying to figure out who he wants to go with into turn number 1. He gets caught up on the high side now. Now throws the block to whoever it was he was ahead of. And that second pack, and this pack of cars right here we're riding along with right there, they are closing in up a little bit on the front two cars of Henley and Dodd. Like I said, if they can stay hooked up and draft with each other, they will take huge chunks out of that lead. And now McCurry is the one who's stuck on the high side now, as Davis and Shelton have gone by, and now Charles SANDFER trying to close in a little bit. Let's see what the margin is from 2nd to 3rd. Yep, it's closing in now, down to less than 2 seconds between first and 3rd. So SANDFER is closing in. There you see right there the red car, Charles SANDFER entering the picture. First to last right now is 3.64 seconds. That last place car is Levi McIntyre, the pole sitter for the event. Or, excuse me, the points leader of the event. There, excuse me. Sean Henley was the pole sitter, I should say, in that powder blue car. Chris Dodd in the dark green machine running solidly in 2nd position right now. He's as I said, the Hershey's Cup representative. Closing in on halfway here at Indianapolis right now, as we are 18 in the books and 22 laps to go. I will say it's been a boring race thus far. Like I said, I'm pretty disappointed in racing myself in some ways. After great races we had at Daytona, and we had a great race at Talladega, and we had a great race at Michigan. But Indy, not so much. I don't know why I made this the finale, to be honest. Connor Morgan right now running in 8th position in a lime green car. Trent Dunham leading this pack of 4 cars here. Trent's in the yellow car. Brandon Gonzalez in the cream colored car. Michael Norman in the dark blue car. And in the gold colored car, Levi McIntyre. Seth Cole still in 7th position. 6 is McCurry. And Chris Dodd not Chris Dodd, excuse me. Jordan Davis in the purple car had got tapped into the wall by Jessica Shelton. And I thought for a second though, Davis was going to get turned around there by Shelton. And look at him, he's actually closed up on Seth Cole's back bumper. I don't know. That's gonna hurt Davis or Shelton, and not. I don't know, did that bring out the caution? Is gonna be the question. No, it didn't bring out the caution. Well. But anyway, now McCurry's the one who runs in 4th position. Seth Cole now runs in 5th as Cole goes to the inside. And look at this, Davis and Shelton have caught each other again. Shelton's thinking, I didn't take you out this time, I might try it again. And surprisingly, that hit in the wall didn't hurt neither Davis nor Shelton. That's the surprising part. Which goes to show you the durability of these race cars here. These Pontiac Firebirds have been tremendous all through IROC. They, like I said, not only provide us some good racing, but when they do hit the wall, like you saw there with Davis and Shelton, they're kind of like Timex watches. They take a licking and keep on ticking. Especially here, now going 160 miles per hour. Davis has now got the fast lap that time by the race at 1:58.89. Davis runs in 6th position. Shelton is now dropped to 7th. And here comes Seth Cole to the inside, trying to get on Anthony McCurry. Nothing doing. And Chris Dodd now takes the lead from Sean Hanley. Those two are back at it again. Rip Upper Can, Sean Hanley's car, and here comes that red car, Charles SANDFER. And oh boy, he's now within a half a second on 2nd place now. So Charles SANDFER has closed up. Rev cam from Sean Hanley's view, looking right out at Chris Dodd. And boy, Dodd just squirts off the corner, second turn. And he can hear Charles SANDFER's motor right behind him. SANDFER trying to drive with Hanley and possibly making it a 3-car battle for the lead. But now Chris Dodd's the one that's checked out. $157.956 the last time by for Chris Dodd. And lead is now 0.8 of a second between 1st and 2nd, but Hanley and SANDFER are closing in just a little bit. Battle for 4th there between Anthony McCurry and Seth Cole. McCurry in the silver car, Cole in the orange car. Jessica Shelton now getting around the car of Jordan Davis. They're moving Jess up to 5th. Or 6th position, rather. And SANDFER and Hanley has closed up on Chris Dodd. Hanley's last lap 157.59. Dodd at 155.53. 3-car battle. You can throw a blanket over those 3. And now 4th on down can draft their way back up to the field and possibly go for the win themselves. But they are running out of time. The laps are clicking off. We'll be down to 15 laps to go this time by. on board Seth Cole's car again. Connor Morgan taking 8th place now from Trent Dunham. Now, Trent running in 9th position. 10th is McIntyre. 11th, Brandon Gonzalez. And Michael Norman, 3rd place in the points, running in 12th. And right now, Dodd and Hanley trying to distance themselves from Charles Sandfer in the red car. Let's take a look at the interval this time by, as they come down for 14 laps to go here. And Sandford now just less than a second back of the leaders. So trying to keep the field as close as they possibly can here. Sandford now tried the high lane now, and to see if that gives him any momentum to catch in on Hanley. I think it's giving him momentum right now, though, because he was a half a second back of Sean the last time by. And now it's nose to tail, 3 cars again. But look at how well Dodd's car just squirts off into the turn. Battle going on meanwhile here. Seth Cole and Anthony McCurry battling out. Drag race between those two drivers. Ooh. God, if that would have been the win, I'd have lost it. That was close. Seth tried the high lane. Doesn't work. McCurry squirts out ahead of Seth Cole and now brings Jessica Shelton with him. Shelton at the 5th spot now. And this bunch is gaining on that front 3 cars here. Hanley and Seth and Charles Sanders now side by side for 2nd place. Let's see what Charles can do with Sean, and he'll take 2nd place, maybe. Not sure. He's gotten cleared right now. I was gonna say he doesn't quite have him cleared, but now he does. And so Hanley drops from the leader to 3rd place now. But this battling is letting Chris Dodd drive away from them as his lead is now a full 2nd. And Hanley drives back by Charles Sandford for 2nd place now. But that's letting Anthony McCurry close in now in that silver car. Seth Cole is now gotten by Jessica Shelton, who now moves up ahead of the high side now. Jordan Davis, Connor Morgan, the lime green car, Trent Dunham, Levi McIntyre, they're all getting into it now. Shelton up the high side, and she may get freight trained on the high side. Now Brandon Gonzalez in the cream color car, he goes underneath McIntyre now. And Jordan Davis goes underneath Seth Cole. That's for 5th spot. But Seth pulls right back ahead. McCurry has driven away from this bunch, and now McCurry's joining the top 4 cars now. We may have a 4-car battle to decide it all here as we close up on the 10 lap to go mark. So the championship not only still in question, but also the race itself. Like I said, as I was saying earlier, this is a 1-season only deal for this NNSCRA IROC series, the International Race of Champions. As an idea, like I said, just an idea I came up here with with this being 5 years of the NNSCRA. This is kind of like the best of the NNSCRA, and it truly is, between guys who run the NNSCRA series, the champions of the NNSCRA, all of them since the very first day, without question. And all the NNSCRA, of course, wouldn't be possible without the president of the NNSCRA himself, Seth Cole, who started it all in 2011. We'll see who the champion of the NNSCRA IROC is. Well, I will do a points video. After this race. Henley closing up right now. SANDFER and McCurry battling it out for third spot now. It is 7/10 of a second between the top 4 cars. Seth Cole running in 5th position. He might. Not sure. Levi McIntyre right now running in 9th spot. Seth might be in good shape for the championship, possibly. There was 6 cars. There was actually 6 cars who had a shot at this championship. That would be McIntyre, Cole, Norman, Jordan Davis, Shelton, and McCurry, I think. And here comes Sean Henley to the inside here. We're down to 9 laps to go. 8.5 laps to go now. Henley to the inside of Chris Dodd. Here comes SANDFER and McCurry. They're going to try to gang up on Henley. But again, the top 4 are nose to tail right now here. With now it'll be 8 laps to go here at the famed Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Here comes Henley to the inside. On board Sean Henley's car. Henley was the pole sitter for this event by virtue of it being car number 1, the medium blue car. .3 seconds is the interval from 1st to 3rd, or from 4th to 5th, I should say. Excuse me. Chris Dodd pulling ahead right now as they come down through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Start finish line they come. 7 laps to go. Here in this 4th and final round of the International Race of Champions. Henley still 2nd. SANDFER remains 3rd. 4th remains McCurry. 5th is Seth Cole. Trent Dunham moving up into 6th position. 7th is Connor Morgan. 8th place is Jordan Davis. 9th is Michael Norman. 10th is Jessica Shelton. And problems for Brandon Gonzalez and Levi McIntyre. Now, are they pitting for fuel? I don't know if they are or not. If that's the case, if that being the case, that may be a twist. And it looks like Chris Dodd's going to be pitting for fuel. Oh my gosh, pit stops are going to be happening here with now 6 laps to go, and that's going to give Henley the lead. Oh my goodness, the race and the championship's hanging in the balance right now with these cars. They didn't have to pit at Indy, or they didn't have to pit at Daytona, they didn't pit at Talladega, and they didn't pit at Michigan, a 50-lap race, and now they're doing it here at Indy. And Brandon Gonzalez has to come back in the pits now. McIntyre's now out. And now Sean Henley has to pit, and that's going to give McCurry the lead. Charles Sanders coming in. Seth Cole's coming in. The lime green car, that's Connor Morgan. He's coming in. Jessica Shelton's coming in. Chris Dodd is now leaving the pit area. That's going to get the lead of Anthony McCurry. Now, is he going to make it? I don't know if he will or not. Second place right now is Trent Dunham in the yellow car. Jordan Davis is not yet pitted. Michael Norman's not yet pitted. There's Henley and SANDFER and Connor Morgan. And it looks like Henley, SANDFER, Cole, Connor, and Jess has all come out in that order. And now McCurry's going to come in. Dunham's going to come in now, as well as Jordan Davis and Michael Norman. Now, how's that going to cycle around as far as the leaders are concerned? It may cycle back around to Sean Henley. I really don't know. There's the leaders right there. And now where's the supposed leaders at? Henley's coming out turn number 4. They're coming down for now 7. Coming down for 4 laps to go. Sean Henley, he might circle back around as the leader. And it looks like he will be the leader. Sean Henley out in front now. He's got Trent Dunham was the first one out of the pits. Nope, McCurry's the first one out of the pits actually. So how's that going to cycle back around? It's going to be Henley, SANDFER, and we got a spin! Trent Dunham and the purple car of Jordan Davis and Trent Dunham, they have tangled together. That may just bring a yellow flag out, and it has brought a yellow flag out. Oh my goodness, we just almost went the whole season caution free. And the yellow flag has flown at Indy with 3 laps to go. And if that's the case, that's going to give the win to Sean Henley. Maybe. I don't know. Second was Charles SANDFER. Third was Seth Cole. Fourth, Anthony McCurry. Fifth position would be Connor Morgan. Jessica Shelton would be 6th position. 7th was Chris Dodd. 8th, Michael Norman. 9th, the Levi McIntyre. Jordan Davis would be 10th. And Trent Dunham was 11th. And the only car out of the race with an engine problem was the car of Brandon Gonzalez. Had an engine failure here. And I think all this was happening as the time they were all heading out of pit road and they were trying to blend in. They were all coming out of pit road. Jordan Davis was in the purple car. That's Trent Dunham in the yellow car. The outside is the car of Connor Morgan in the lime green car. And Trent just drives right into Jordan Davis's car. And Connor Morgan got a piece of it too. But oh my goodness. Unfortunate situation for Trent Dunham and the car of Jordan Davis. On board Trent Dunham's perspective. And so the yellow and white flags have both waved here at Indianapolis, and that's going to mean we are going to be 4 for 4 in race winners here this season in IROC. Sean Henley has won the race here today. And so it looks like here, Charles SANDFER will come home second. Third place will be Seth Cole. Fourth place will be Anthony McCurry. Fifth will be, Connor Morgan will be fifth. Sixth place to Jessica Shelton. Seventh place will be Chris Dodd, who had battled a long time with Henley. And it was unfortunate. Pit stops had to have happened within the late laps of this race. I did not intend for it to happen that way, truthfully. Michael Norman ends up 8th. 9th was Levi McIntyre. 10th position was Jordan Davis. Trent Dunham was 11th. And the only car out of race with an engine failure was Brandon Gonzalez in that cream-colored car. But the powder blue car goes from the pole to the podium. The man who runs the NNSCRA Amp Energy Cup Series, Sean Henley, is going to win round number 4 at Indianapolis. And IROC in the NNSCRA International Race of Champions. And that's going to be it here. Average speed of 142.371 miles per hour. Congratulations again to Sean Henley as he takes home round number 4 at the International Race of Champions. And we will be back for the points video and the champions presentation. And we're back here with the points after all the races we've run here in the NNSCRA IROC series. And believe it or not, we have a tie for the championship after all 4 rounds of the International Race of Champions. But the tiebreaker was one more top 10 from Levi McIntyre. That was why here. As you see right there, look at the stats right there. 58 points for both Levi McIntyre and Seth Cole. They both had 4 starts. They both have 1 win. Both had 3 top 5s. But McIntyre had 1 more top 10, 4-3. That's why Levi McIntyre is your NNSCRA International Race of Champions champion after all 4 races. And barely held on. I mean, Seth Cole would have gained 1 more spot, though, or Levi would have lost 1 more spot. That would have been it for Seth, but nonetheless so, a great ending to what was a great International Race of Champions here, points-wise. Levi McIntyre and Seth Cole, as I said, tied for the championship, 58 points each, with McIntyre ending up as your champion for the season. Michael Norman ended up finishing 3rd. He also tied for the points with Anthony McCurry, with 48 points each, both finishing 10 points back of the tie for the win. But Norman was rewarded the points by 1 more top 5 finish than McCurry was. McCurry ends up 4th in the points. Jordan Davis ended up 5th, and he also was tied for 5th place in the points with Sean Henley, who moved up 6 spots with that win at Indianapolis, but Davis ends up finishing 5th place in the points chase, with Henley finishing 6th. In the points chase, Jessica Shelton dropped from 5th to 7th in the points after dropping back a little bit late in the going at Indianapolis here, but she does have the win at Talladega in the points there. So the top 4, the 4 drivers who won this season all finished within the top 7 in the points chase there. McIntyre, the Daytona winner, is a champ. Seth Cole, the Michigan winner, ends up finishing 2nd in points in this season. Sean Henley, who was the winner at Indianapolis, ends up finishing 6th in the points. And Jessica Shelton, the winner of round 2 at Talladega, which was her only top 5, by the way, she ends up finishing in 7th place in the points chase. Charles SANDFER ends up finishing 8th place in the points chase in IROC with that great finish in Indianapolis, so that helped him a lot. Chris Dodd comes on in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 was Connor Morgan, the NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series champion. So Brandon Gonzalez lost 4 spots to finish 11th in the points chase. After that blown motor at Indianapolis, he was the only DNF in that race. And Trent Dunham, unfortunately for him ends up the caboose in the points championship chase. So that is your points for the NNSCRA International Race of Champions. So congratulations again to the champion, Levi McIntyre. He has won the championship of the NNSCRA International Race of Champions. So until we meet again, this is James Qualls, and we will continue on. We will continue on with Castrol GTX Cup Series action, starting with the. Well, I forgot where we were at though for the next race actually. So, but we will continue on Castrol GTX Cup Series action. And by the way, a couple of announcements here as far as regarding to the NNSCRA. What we're gonna here there may be some couple new things happening for this season. After I get all the Castrol GTX Cup Series races recorded, and I will have them uploaded and unlisted though. I'm currently right now, as I said, forgot which race I'm currently on right now. I think I just did Bristol. I think it was the last race I did for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, the Food City 500. So, which is race number 7 of the season. But there will be something new for 2017, by the way. When we get into that year, there will be a NNSCRA Goodies Dash Series. Now, the rules behind that series, by the way, is going to be simple. The rules behind the NNSCRA Goodies Dash Series, if you're in the Castrol GTX Cup Series or the NRSL Dr. Pepper Cup Series, or Dr. Pepper Xfinity Series, I should say, excuse me. Kyle Matthews does Dr. Pepper Cup. But if you're in the NRSL Dr. Pepper Xfinity Series, which I will be doing signups for also after I get all of the Castrol GTX Cup Series races recorded, up to race 40 in Atlanta, the finale, as well as the season-ending exhibition at Suzuka. So that will be coming up. So the Goodies Dash Series will be coming up. If you signed up for Castrol GTX Cup or for the Dr. Pepper Xfinity Series for Season 2, you will not be allowed to run in the Goodies Dash Series. That's going to be the things. It's going to be for the newcomers of the series and stuff like that. So it's the same thing as it's going to be for every series I run. It's going to be a no comment. It's going to be a no comment rule deal. If you comment, great. If you don't, cool too, and stuff like that. But anyway, the reason why I said Season 2 Xfinity, because I decided to kind of put the brakes on the Xfinity, Dr. Pepper Xfinity, and on Dr. Pepper Trucks. Now that I have got Score 4 and I was doing the points manually, I honest to goodness hate to actually really cut the seasons off like that. I really hate doing that. But I decided to kind of go straight on to Season 2. So that means for the Truck Series points, Mike Becker was leading. So that means he's going to be the champ for Season 1 of Trucks. And Henry SANDFER was leading in the Xfinity points after, I think, 7 or 8 races, something like that. So he'll be the champ for Dr. Pepper Xfinity Season 1. So the signups for the Season 2 Xfinity will happen after I get all the Cuppers recorded, and starting at the 1st of 2017, we will do the signups for the NNSCRA Goodies Dash series, and that will be, and the mod I'll be used for that one will be the GNS mod. That will be for both series, by the way. But it's gonna be for But for the Goodies Dash mod, I will be using the Arena Car car set that was actually available in our racing, and they're all Chevy Cobalts, by the way. So I'll show you but you'll see what that mod looks like when I get the sign-up video up at the first of next year. So with all that said, though, that's the announcements coming up for on my side of things at the NNSCRA, and also for the NRSL too. And that's also the only season I'm going to be doing the IROC series, though. So honoring season 5, and Seth will probably tell you all thank you so much for honoring, or not honoring, but thank you so much for all the years of support of this channel, of the Internet CRA Sports and Gaming, though. And I speak for everybody in the CRA when I say thank you, Seth, for making all this possible. And without him, it would not be possible, obviously. For 5 excellent years at the NNSCRA, and here's to 5 years, more years, and maybe more than that. So, with all that said, though, congratulations again to Levi McIntyre, the season champion, and to Sean Henley, the winner of the last race of the season at Indianapolis. Until then, it's James Qualls, and we'll until we meet again.